Alrighty, so I believe I've started. I'm gonna start in chronological order. All the decks published from 9th and then 10th and 11th, so the past 3 days. So we're gonna go and check out all decks and see whether we like them or not. And yeah, this will be about all the first Frozen Throne decks from the past few days. And yeah, let's see. Quick check on the sounds. Yeah, should be alright. Oh, yeah, that's not how I should have done it. Apologies for that. Okay, I think that's the one I'm currently trying because, well, I haven't really played J-Druid, but I think I might have to. We have a bunch of Druid decks, so I guess I'll have to do it like this. Darn. That might not be the best layout ever. Okay, in such a case, perhaps let's go to decks from the 10th and 11th, because I think those are, yeah, those are actually plugged in, basically. I actually quite like Jig-Chan's Defile Control Warlock. It looked pretty solid. I don't see any, particular flaws in there. Flaws, yeah. Everything seems to be in its place, even though Dreaded Inferno is not really exciting, but it's basically for the Death Knight hero. So everything here makes a lot of sense. The question is that whether it's gonna actually survive this early day madness and transition into, being part of the meta for at least a month or so. Zala hasn't been like really a prominent deck builder or whatever, but it's a very solid player. I actually like Black Knight a lot right now, so that's one tech card that I can get behind. This is still technically a Jade Druid with only one copy of Scales. Perhaps one will be enough, considering that Infestation like helps you to actually get back into the game, and Malfurion as well, the new one. And the Plague also gives you a bunch of taunts, so yeah, maybe one Scales is enough actually. I'm not sure if the Spellbreaker is actually that relevant, but other than that, I think everything just makes sense to me in this list. Right, I'm not sure actually Control Mage actually needs a Lich Jaina, so this is more into freestyle. Even Conjurer? No, I don't like it. I mean, it gives you a bit of extra turn, but is it really worth it? The Lich King definitely seems it plays in this archetype. I don't know though if you need the Jaina, but it just synergizes well with Pyrus, for example. Well, I just don't like Conjurer here. Okay, it's a 4 mana 2/5 that gives you, what is it, 2 mirror images to your hand. It's probably worth trying it out. Probably he wasn't unsure just as I was, but I don't think the card is that good, but I might be wrong. It's one of those tricky ones, you need to actually practice it a lot before figuring it out for yourself. I've seen a few Temple Warriors actually, though this one is not particularly tempo. I would classify as mid-range. It's not exactly Nazov control, that's for sure. Bone Mare is actually something that I immediately dusted once I opened them, but I guess once I get them from next packs I should actually keep them. It seems like it's gonna be one of those very solid mid-range commons. Because I see it popping up in the list. I know it's pretty decent, but I guess it's not just decent. I guess it's basically good. Mm, yeah, I don't see anything too crazy here except the fact that maybe I'd go into more control. This tries to be a value deck. I don't know if that's the right path. I think I want to be like more controlish with Nazov and clears, or just go more beat down, more aggro with the real tempo package. I mean, even add like Inner Rage and maybe even what was that? Pyromancer maybe perhaps. Okay. Well, Chucky is a good player. I'm not sure if he actually is known for his deck building skills, but he streams quite a fair bit. Yeah, burns into Malagas or Ishirash the Classic. Yeah, doing could be cool. Okay, Barnes into Velen is sick. Even Essence here. Oh yeah, just to go like completely nuts, and then the Bishop to get that back. Horror is it? Which one was that? I actually forgot. I have to look it up. Also Servitude. I can't remember it, but then I forgot it. Usual Smash Blast to actually go with the combo with Malagas and Velen. Yeah, ways to survive the early game. This deck looks like a lot of fun, actually. Oh, didn't exactly show me the card. That's a shame. That's kind of a shame. I think the horror one is the one that like kills all the small dudes. Because it's a shadow word, so yeah, I think that's what it does. And Servitude. I think those were removals, probably. But yeah, you get the idea of the deck anyway, so... Oh, okay. Okay, now for the real tempo, I guess. Yeah, that's more like it. And Dog's been playing it. He's actually a pretty good experimentator, so kinda like trust him when it comes to fine-tuning decks. Yeah, that looks like the your Blast from the Past with Arcane Giants and so forth. Yeah, another goofy but maybe still competitive deck. I actually like it way more than the Nazov deck. It resembles one of the decks that was actually pretty decent. It wasn't so much played in tournaments, but it was like really sweet ladder deck actually. But yeah, I did see it in tournaments. Yeah, Kazakus Priest is one of the obvious kind of decks just because we actually saw what Shadow Reaper Anduin does. Obsidian Statue, one of the value late game minions. Yeah, people been trying this on Nether. Yeah, this one doesn't have the quest, right? Even though it does play like Shell Razor and stuff. It maybe just has to because it's a singleton deck. I'm not sure that's the best possible build of it. And it's not from Kibler actually. Kibler might actually figure out something better, but right now I don't know if you can do that. How many minions you get back with the Nazov here? Karen, of course. Talmus, obviously. I think the statue actually has the Frettle. Shell Razor, of course. Is that it? Ah, and the Oracle, of course. It's kind of enough, I guess. I don't know if it's worth like actually going the Nazov route. I don't know if you need it. Maybe you do. Especially in tournaments, that's pretty sweet to have. I don't know if Barnes actually that good here. Well, it gets you Lich King, that's really powerful. Gets you Karen. Getting this off of it would stink really badly. Getting Razao off of it is fine too. Or Oracle. Or Cleric sometimes. But yeah, I don't think the Barnes is worth the slot in here. It's like, deck is all over the place. It needs some smoothing. Control building, well, probably not so much to actually do here. The deck builds itself, I would say. Yeah. Don't exactly remember the Blackguard, but it even plays the Charged Lifesteal guy here. I'm not sure you need it, actually. I'm not sure you need it. Maybe it's for the Corpse Taker? Probably. Other than the Champion, this is like very solid and very straightforward deck. But I think that we'll see a lot. So the Control Paladin is just one of the would-be stellar ones. I don't know what can actually like stop it consistently. It's just like so much value and so many great tools. Yeah, probably one of the best like tournament decks. Because I don't think the Murloc Paladin will be as strong as before with all this mid-range and control flying around. Because some of those decks will get really refined and then it will be really hard to get through. Even though Reynad built this, but the deck really builds itself, I should say. Yeah, shout out to Heartstone topdecks.com. Really great site. I like the Vicious Syndicate for the data and for, you know, some spicy decks, but if you want to find out some decks from streamers and from tournaments, that's a good place to go. Syndicate actually focuses more on ladder decks and doesn't really touch on time some spicy decks that have been spotted on streams. Right, so that was 10th, so that was 2 days ago, so day 1, the launch day, and this is the second day. Pretty cool deck from Colento. Yeah, basically mid-range druids, Bone Merrigan, Alchemist gonna be fine with Dark Creepers and some other stuff, I guess. Yeah, it's the basically token mid-range druid, kind of reviving the archetype. Okay, yeah, Alchemist is gonna be pretty sweet with the Plague because it produces those 1/5s, and then it might have. Yeah, it does have the Druid of Swarm, the one that either 1/5 taunt or 1/2 poisonous, so it's pretty cool. What are the actual like token generators? So you want to really ramp and then go Living Mana or Plague and then pump it all up. I guess something like that. It's like once you see the 2 cups of Mark Lesson probably, well, it might throw you off, but these are actually just kind of like combo pieces, so they're not meant to be played early, really. They're just like once you go off with Innervate and some previous ramp, then you just make a board state that's really hard to clear unless there's a Twisted Never. Actually, yeah, the one reason Control Warlock might see enough of competitive plays because of decks like this, and Twisted Never is just such a clear answer. And one of the reasons why Hybrid Mage will still be around, because combination of Frost Snow and Doomsayer will be really vital in, you know, trying to balance out this token mid-range tree. Okay, speaking of the devil, hot farms builds, I think it's quite different from what Jake Chan brought up. Just the Giants Festival, it just played new Gul'dan, but way less food for it. Just play Bayoneton, which is kind of like tricky. I guess like Drake is one of the obvious ones, but I don't know how irrelevant is it. I like that he plays the Skulking Geist actually here to counter Jade Druid and the legs. It doesn't completely kill, yeah, it doesn't actually kill this deck. Losing Marcolatus actually doesn't really matter. So one plus of shifting to token mid-range over Jades is because, for example, Geist doesn't actually ruin your day. That's one good benefit. Okay, another Kazakus Priest, so from one of the better actually tournament players. Yeah, as you can see already, way less weirdness. No Barnes, no Nazov. There's a mind control because, well, you can get it off of visions, and that's really powerful with Medivh, which is still here. Stage is just a good late game minion for a deck like this. I'm not sure if I like Bishop in this deck that much. But then again, like, for example, getting back a Tide Creeper is gonna be really cool. Getting back Doomsayer. Getting back Glimrod's not gonna be that impressive, but that's alright. I'm not sure I like the Talon Priest here actually. I think he can use that free drop cell for something else. It's okay, but not amazing here. Yeah, so I don't like the Bishop, I don't like Talon Priest, but a lot of people will probably disagree. But I guess he just couldn't figure it out, like, something better. But there's gotta be something better for those slots. I mean, don't get me wrong, those are not bad cards, but they just don't seem like they necessarily belong to this deck. They're fine in Miracle, like Priest for sure. Probably not here. Yeah. Okay. Is that, yeah, so this is actually Jade Druid from Zella, I think, yeah, I already covered this deck, surprisingly. Now, okay, Marlock Calling. What did it gain? Okay, again, Boneair, everywhere. I guess I just underestimated the card. Skillmancer here too. I guess it's a decent 5 job. Other than that, nothing much. Oh yeah, the Protector. Yeah, another 1 drop. Actually replacing the 2-1 hand buff Murloc here. I'm not sure that's correct. I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. I think you want as many Murlocs as possible. This doesn't even have Finji in it, so what the hell is it really? It's like a very weird hybrid. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. It doesn't have all the explosiveness of, you know, Murloc Golden we used to see. I don't see it. I don't see it. It lacks some power. Okay, deck from Toast. That's gotta be approached carefully. Well, yeah, Rascalia is pretty sweet with Evolve, but not really that great outside of that. So I'm not a huge fan. I actually like the build that's pretty much the same, like that, but you use the 2 slots that you get by taking out the Stonehill defenders. So instead of rescue, you play 1/3 drop the 1/5 that doubles your end of turn triggers, and then the 4 drop that that's a 2 free ton that gets a copy of itself, so you get two free tons. I think that's probably better. This deck is trying to go deep, and maybe it's better to actually have Riscos, because then you get extra power. Losing Stonehill is actually not that bad, because decks like Pirate Warrior will have actually trouble fighting through mid-range token druids and the likes, and all the Kazakus priests and control warlocks, though less with the latter. But then New Tempo Warrior is probably pretty good against Pirate Warrior too. Yeah. That's a pretty sweet deck from Show. Well, he knows his stuff. I actually would, trust his builds and not change anything. Even though that's probably like one of the first situations, but I don't see any flows in here. Like strikes out at the May. Nothing looks out of place in here. Maybe a bit on the slower side than we probably expected from a Tempo Warrior. Yeah, it's not as as tempo like we used to see, but it's a bit more on the heavier side. But yeah, it actually looks really good. I might build something like this. This looks awesome. Yeah, once I open more of the staples. Real good. So if I don't want to play like Warrior, I'd probably like start with something like this. Okay, let's go back to pre-launch decks. Okay, Druid. So I think that's the list. Wait, which one was that? Is it again just gonna show me the thumbnail? No, actually, okay, cool. Really? But Vano is, it's pretty good. Like his tech lists are generally pretty format defining. He doesn't make bad decks. That's the 1/5 that grows, I believe. I believe that's the one. So we take out all the tech cards, like all the crabs, like the crawlers and the hungry crabs, and bring in instead like one wolf, two necromancers, and what else? And cripplers. That replaces tide creepers. Yeah. So where's okay, and the druid of this one, right? Because then you get a 1/5 for 2. Yeah, that's pretty good too. So okay, I see it. So basically, play one extra 2-drop, less 1-drops, and then a bit more staying power for mid-range. So in this extra slots that's usually occupied by Genzo or Swipe or something. I should try this list, actually. I can get behind it. There's nothing wrong about this one. Like, seriously, nothing wrong about it. It doesn't have the tech cards, but then again, I don't think crawlers will be needed as much because of, like, especially during the first month, when things will be all over the place and you wouldn't have this defined meta. And then, okay, there will be paladins, but actually control paladin will probably be more common than the Murloc one. So yeah, I don't think the lack of those tech minions will be really felt that much. Okay, probably saw all the mid-range turrets already. I'm not sure if I saw. Yeah, I think I saw that. Okay, well, we didn't see the tramp stack, I guess. What's in there? Yeah, I guess he took the basic list and then, just like everybody else, added the obvious cards like Lich King, Stations, New Malfurion, at the cost of what? I don't think Mark Keeper was actually a staple in those Jade decks. No scales. Stats might be, kind of greedy. But then you get extra late game tons, but that doesn't help against control mage necessarily. I think I should remind myself exactly of the full text of Malfurion and the Infestation. Though you'll see those cards a lot. Okay, you get, yeah. So you get 5 extra ammo. You get extra blockers, and then your hero power actually, gets you even further away from the burn range of the control mage. So control mage will have like some troubles. So let's see what people brew up, because I think like both freeze and control burn mage, I mean the Gunta builds will have troubles. Plus there's infestation that just does everything pretty much. Um, Actually, the decks that run infestation should have, more capabilities of just dumping their hand because you're drawing 5. This means that you don't want to burn anything. You kind of want to like try to drag out all your opponent's resources before you play infestation. So let's see. I actually think Secret Temple Mage might be even better against decks like this because, well, you capitalize on the fact that you can like try to push damage early and then counter spells for the infestation. Counter spell is gonna be like very important, I think, in the meta very soon. Yeah, we can probably close that. Okay, Hunter. Okay, I believe the Secret Hunter is the way to go. Okay, Chucky might have a good version of it. Okay, a lot of people actually tried Hunter, and I guess we might as well open this one too. Checks ants, dogs, chance. Then we go into mage. That is going to be a pretty infinite review, but I don't think it makes sense to cut it down into pieces. I'm not sure if you want to open here, but it plays well into Deathstalker plan. Yep, using Camel Snap. Yeah, the new trap. Solid, but I think there should be like second bow in here for sure. Not sure if Earth is actually needed here. I'm not sure if Rock is actually needed here. This is a weird deck. Weird deck. It's a weird deck. But it's Kibler. He doesn't really play tournaments. So I wouldn't, take his builds for granted. It's okay, but I think you can do better than this. Now what? Yeah, now we're talking. Even though that looks a little bit like just a fun stream deck. Okay, Explosion, this is where it should be. Tracker, yeah, tracking. Yeah, this looks more like it. I'm not sure if Nozov is gonna be like absolute all-star in here. Well, you get Arthur's Barnes value. I guess the Bowman actually is also the Throttle. Tracker isn't, but you just play it early, and that's it. Yeah, this looks more like it. This looks more like my cup of tea, actually. Okay, so let me get the... Maybe this way? No. How do I get the actual card out? Nope. Still nope. Okay, I get it this way. I guess that's fine. Um... Oh yeah, this the red lines. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that deck like looks really nice. Not just a sweet deck, but I think something that will work out. Okay, what's that? Again, as of value, because you have to do this. Yeah, red pack does get. I mean, it's good value. Some other game powered up with the dire walls. Yeah, that's also actually fine. It's just a different take. A bit faster, less controlish. I don't know which one is gonna be better. We'll have the right to exist. We'll see. We shall see. What did this one do? I can't remember it, but I remembered it wasn't like this particular. Oh yeah, right. But how many just battles you got there to capitalize on that? Cost reduction Arthas. High main, red pack, another wildcats. Decent payout, but could be better, I guess. I don't know, looks solid, but I think the more controlish one, that's Jackie Brood, actually has more potential. Moving on. Okay, dog actually wins, just really nuts. Yeah, I don't think Crawler is actually gonna be really needed anymore. Yeah, Loot Hoarder is one of the kind of obvious ones if you go deep into this Jeff Rattle theme. Yeah, this looks quite okay as well. I do like the Ooze still, or the Weapon Killers. Those would still be probably good contenders. Because among other things, people try all builds of Hunter and then Bow's gonna be there. Bunch decks get new weapons, and I'm not even starting to talk about medieval and paladin stuff. Plus, definitely from paladin, I think he gets a weapon, and then Warrior Death actually also gets a weapon or something like that. If I'm correct. Wow, oh that's so cute. Penguin base hunter. Oh yeah, Stampede. Yeah, this looks more like just a fun deck. Doesn't look like a serious contender. Alright, moving on. Mage. That's something I will be interested in. I'm not gonna look at Elemental Mage. That just doesn't speak to me. Glacier Mistress, Secret Mage. Okay. Anything that does. Oh, great. Well, Barangarian, as we know, synergizes as well with the Lich Jaina, so that's first. What did that card do? Well, we'll see it in a bit. Double Polymorph, that's interesting. Spellbender, I don't like that. I don't like Mana Potion, really. That doesn't speak to my Pyro as well, just for the synergy with Jaina. It's just not worth it. I don't feel like this is worth it. It's like that builds like this are gonna be much worse than every other controller mid-range deck. It feels like to me. Okay, what does Synthro goes actually do? Let's remind. Oh yes, that one. So you get the legendaries when those tokens die. Right. Yeah, extra value. I like that card. Right, Reynolds builds with oracles and more. Ah, it's a quest mage, right? Yeah. It's not really Exodia, or is it Exodia? Yeah, it is kind of Exodia mage, yeah. Actually, that might be the real deal. Now I actually feel stupid for dusting off the quest. Because of all the healing and extra armor everywhere, Exodia might be the way to go. And as far as Exodia variants are concerned, that's probably one of the better ways to build it. I don't know if you actually want Heartstone in here, because the deck is like already kind of clunky. By adding York, you just make it even more clunky. But then again, if they like dirt red out to Archmage, I think you might be better off by just adding that 3 mana uh, spell that copies a lowest cost minion in your hand. So yeah, you get extra Doomsayers and extra Antonatas, for example, just as an insurance. Extra Oracle wouldn't be that bad. But I think this deck just needs more defense, Rover. I'll just put a second barrier actually here instead of Heartstone. I don't think you want it. I think extra defense is what the deck actually needs. Creator is actually quite decent. You get the Oracle, you get the Alexstrasza. No beasts though, but that's alright. That's alright. Yeah. So Exodia might be the way to go, because I don't think there will be that many dirt threats around, especially at tournaments though. So this could make up a pretty good tournament deck, because dirt threat is gonna be, I mean, on one hand, no, I don't think I like dirt threats at tournaments in the near future. It's just gonna be too dangerous. Okay, another one. Conjurer, really? Well, I get the Pyros, it's all because of the Death Knight in there. So, yeah, looks decent, but I just don't think it's gonna be powerful enough. Yeah, that's more like my cup of tea. The clowns, but oh yeah, that's the secret one. Yeah, right. So it's a lot of them secrets actually. Oh yeah, it's because of the glacial. I don't think it's worth it. Like the biggest appeal of the glacial is because it's pretty cool with Medivh. But then again, you want to get a lot of value out of it, but it just looks like just a goofball deck. The clones are kind of funny, but not a fan. Just a fun deck, but don't think it's gonna transition well. Well, Paladin, I don't. Well, first of all, I don't think like Merlin Paladin is gonna be that bad. I think Control Paladin is gonna take over easily. So we can check those out. Those will be very similar to each other. Divine Shield Paladin. Okay, well, just out of curiosity, let's check that out. Let's check out Chaki's deck. I'm not gonna check Toast. Dog could be onto something. Token Paladin, huh? Alright, I'm gonna pause for a second. So Okay, then we get to priest, but let's look at paladin builds. Geist of course against Jades and all the random stuff. It's a fun body on its own actually. Yeah, straightforward. Nothing crazy. Yeah, well, but what else you can expect from this guy? Divine Shield. Well, Corpse Taker is another card that kinda, I think, is gonna be a staple in Control Pill. No, this is maybe a little bit too cute. I think that's just a bit too cute. For all the synergies, you sacrifice all the control tools. Well, not all of them, of course, but a lot of them. Nah, not a fan. It's like people will try it, but ultimately just go back to the more classical builds, I think. Zov builds. Yes, it's okay. Better than the Divine Shield build. But yeah, maybe I'm still a bit too cute. But it's probably better in the mirror. And that's what's gonna matter at tournaments. That's what's gonna matter at tournaments. Oh, that's going like really deep. It's basically aggro. Whoa. Could be something interesting. I guess he was just interested to try it out. Yeah. Might be actually a decent aggro deck for once. Might be even better than the Merlin Paladin. There's a chance of that just because of all the Divine Shields. And, yeah, you know, it's a bit more explosive. It's like both just die to good clears. Kind of. But Divine Shield makes the difference. No, not the Priest. Okay, I think I've seen that one. Not gonna look at a wild deck. In wild, things are kind of obvious there. I'm not gonna look at. Okay. Kibler's build. That's gonna be worth, you know, being aware of. Rogue decks. Lillian was Miracle. Well, Dog probably gonna have a pretty solid Miracle build, as well as this guy. Good streamer and good tournament player, I think. Jade Rope. Well, let's look at that goofball just for your knowledge, I guess, for your information. We'll look at that. Okay, Priest first. Don't think the Crow actually is really needed anymore. Not sure if he wants the 2-mana Ooze. Because, well, you don't have that many 3-drops, and you have quite a few 2-drops. Maybe you would rather want the other Ooze. Maybe even Harrison. It's hard to know, really. But because of Kazakus and Razi and Healing Potion, maybe, and other lifesteal stuff, maybe actually having another just decent 2-drop, no matter what, actually might be better. Yeah, there's nothing really that crazy here. Everybody loves Shellraiser for some reason. What is a decent 4-drop, but you can probably do better, even just like a Twilight Drake. But then again, you kind of want to uh, enough a defense element so that you get to your busted late game. Okay, lottery's here. Where's this gear? Are there enough for cheap spells? Not exactly. There could be more, like the Blighting Heal could be here, for example. I kinda want to see Oracle here so that you have enough, like, early drops here. Then Nazov. I mean, incorporating Nazov into this deck might be a good idea. Okay, the only card I don't remember exactly. Well, okay, let's look at the Servitude as well. In addition to Divine Minds. Oh yeah, that was that one. Right. So, yeah. But actually, in this deck is not that insane. I think it's much better in that goofball like Barnes deck that Chucky brewed in there. That was just bonkers. That was just bonkers. Devourment. What does that give us? What does that give us? Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a good value card for a deck like Kazakus Priest, that's for sure. Oh, where did the... Oh yeah, that's already Rogues. Miracles. Well, Adventure, I don't know. I'm kinda like fan of double Adventure, but then we lost a lot of like cool stuff for Miracles. Yeah, Little Mazabus is a strong card, so yeah. So another very good tournament deck, I guess. Another good tournament deck. Though maybe I want to see in here the Cold Bloods. There is a small chance of that, but maybe it's just not needed in this kind of deck, and you have enough of, you know, stuff going on. Probably. Okay, what are ours bring up? Is that all the same? Oh yeah, that's the Firmament Legendary. Double Adventure here, actually. Shadow Blade too. Not sure which blue I like more. But I'm not an expert on miracles. I can only speak from experience, like facing it a lot everywhere. It's a Nazov build. It's probably the worst of the bunch. Nazov Jades. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Miracles are just much better. Feels like. Miracles are still good against Jade Druid, for example. Okay, what did Creep do with Warlock? There are a bunch of very obvious cards that you have to put in there now, I think. Quest Lock? No, that's just too cute. Control. Zoo, I wanna see that. We saw Hot Farms build. Kazakus were like, oh, I might be digging that. I saw Jackie Chan's deck, I think. Quest or like, no, I don't think that's a deck. Control, I don't know if I saw that build. Okay, that's another Kazakus luck. So, yeah, that's what's new? Okay, surgeons and veterans and just for maximum pump. No teardrops just to be able to play the prince. Yeah, it has been discussed, so Creep actually did what others actually expected. Blood Knights, really? No. I don't. No. Dang it. Let's come with Boomerang. Tendered eggs. I want to say the wolves actually so that you get more value out of the eggs. Um, yeah, that's just like seriously. Uh, that one? No. Why would you? Why would you play this card in the zoo? Wait. Okay. I didn't mean to click on that. I meant to click on the Skullmancer just to remind myself, like, oh, actually, the pop-ups work and not. Really, he's that hot on this card? No, this card, go back to limited, go back to arenas. Just don't try to pretend you're a constructed letter expert. That speaker on the other hand, that's something that might be in there. But he's missed the obvious, like the one drop for the eggs and stuff. Crypt is just disappointing me. I don't think he put enough thought into that build. Okay, that's just normal control warlock. Anything weird here? Not really. Except that I want to see actually a second Siphon Soul probably. I don't think Tunneler is that good. I want to. If it's not a Highlander deck, then you might as well like play double Shadow Bolt, for example. Versus Tunneler, because I don't think it's that good. Creator, well, it gets us all the dragons, of course, but is that it? Is that it? Well, I guess Tunneler. I guess that's why it's here, because that's a beast, I believe. I don't think it's worth it. Don't think it's worth it. Trafficker is good. I believe it's also demon and it gives you demons and it feeds up your death knight, so that's good. But yeah, I don't think you want Twilight Drakes actually. In control builds, you might want some in, not in the builds centered around Death Knight. Okay, that looks more like, yeah, the giants probably curse the blood breathing. That's the 2-drop that pumps. So 1-drop that pumps. Nobody wants to actually. So yeah, you have these. You have the wolves. But you don't have the new warlock class 1-drop here. That's kind of weird. Is it not good enough? But it plays well with the build with the eggs, so that's strange. That's strange, but this is much closer to what I would play actually, I think. But that new like class 1-drop might not be actually that good, but I think you need to give it a try before discarding it. Maybe they tried and didn't like it. Right, because Zack is Warlock. What did Bloodworm even do? Show it to me. That one, really? No. Hell no. It's not, I don't think it's worth it. You can do better than that. Well, maybe like play the second Apothecary. That would be better. That's the kind of. Oh, by the way, the deck that wants the 3-mana ooze in there. Just add Alexstrasza. I do think that Alexstrasza still belongs into Death Knights, Warlocks. From your hand. Right. No. Now, Cruel does not belong into this deck. It's too cute. It doesn't really do enough. No, doesn't seem like a that well-rounded build. I don't think actually either of six is gonna be that rounded. I don't think it will be needed. I mean, people play Control Mage, but it's not gonna be that as common as before. Previously, you had to play it because there were enough of like different mages around. Now, I don't think there will be that many. Okay, that's normal, not Kazaku's build with Doom. Really, you can't play Doom without the. Okay, you have Blood Bloom, but you don't have the Illusionist or whatever that Prevent for free is that Stansif has been playing. It's just you side up otherwise. No. Really? Would a doctor? What the hell? People are just crazy. People are just crazy. Okay. A standard right, yeah. Not sure cursor patch is actually relevant. Do like the Mace, that's for sure. This actually looks more like it. Sure, if you want Bone Mirror, maybe. Black Knight is definitely awesome in this meta, I think. There'll be a bunch of taunts around. For sure. That's the kind of tech card I think that will be really. Yeah, so if you want to build Kazakus Warlock, that's probably the build you're first gonna look at. Not like 100% sure about the cursor patches, but everything else makes perfect sense. Again, okay, fine. I'm not a fan of Pro. I don't think it belongs into any Warlock, really, to be fair. It's just not the deck for it. Maybe I'll use that slot and some other slots and go like with Curator plus the 8 mana Drake and for Silencer take the 3 mana Beast. It's probably what I would have done there, I think. Yeah. One Mare is what? Is it actually a beast itself? It's not. But yeah, it's okay. But yeah, actually I underestimated it quite a lot. Can it give itself? I don't think it can give itself. I don't think it can target itself. I doubt it. What's okay? Warrior. That's what we have left, I believe. Right. Okay. I think I saw the dogs build. I don't think I saw this. Let's see what Amaz's perspective on Tontwar is. Even though, again, he's more of an arena player. So I wouldn't really... I think I saw Reynard's builds. I'm not sure, we'll see. I'm not sure I saw this. Okay, that's the tempo. With this Rockface Legendary. It's probably where you want to be, unless you're on the Arcane Giants Blood Warriors builds. Yeah, seems solid to me. Though you can probably tune it a little more. It's probably not like the final form of the deck. Right. What does the mask do? Arthas, really? Well, you get curator, better curator value. Now you actually get a beast, and not just like a dragon plus. No, no. Previously you get a beast of with the 5 drop. With the hatchling. Now you can also fish for Arthas. That's alright. It's alright. It's a fun card in this deck, I think, because is it actually itself taunt? I know it has the Frettle, but is it actually taunt itself? No, it's not. But all those Death Knight cards are actually like pretty good. Um, yeah, they're all like pretty good control cards, to be fair. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Because that's all Taunt Warrior wants to do is just, keep the board in check while he's just like winning with the hero power. Really, Sentry? Amas, what you doing? Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Forge of Souls in here? No, I thought of that card just like as a cute one-off in Pirate Warrior, but that's about it. Uh, what are you doing, Amas? I don't think Razor is actually good for Taunt Warrior. No. It's for tempo, for all the Blood Rage and stuff. Not for quest. Yeah, it's for this deck. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure Karn actually fits the deck. Well, I don't see enough of pinging, so I want to see more of that. Probably. Otherwise, looks okay to me. I don't think Karen actually fits the strategy. Well, Malkorok will be actually better legendary, even though it's a 7-drop and not 6. And then Blood Tweaker kinda looks like it belongs here. Yeah. I know, it wasn't Blood Rage, it was Battle Rage, sorry. Named it incorrectly. Okay, that's another. Oh yeah, that's close to. No, Dog got it better with the Blood Warriors. So you want Arcane Giants and that kind of thing. Though, I don't know. This might be also a thing. I like it more than the previous deck I showed you, but I'm not sure this is well refined still. Definitely looks like something really nice to play. So that seems like that wraps it up. It's been a long review. Sure, I might break it down in parts, might not. Well, yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next sale, bye.